Hey guys, I'm Rafael with Stella Graphics.
Hey guys, I'm Ceci. We're here today with Eric from the Kessel Bar. Eric, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about your business?
So what's up? My name is Eric Gallus. I'm 24 years old. I have two different businesses. I started the Stack and Scramble back in July of last year, and I sold sliders to people, sliders and potatoes. And then last month I bought the Kessel Bar, so I've been really pushing that brand now.
All right. So tell me, what made you start the Queso Bar? Like, tell us a little bit about that story.
So let's back up. Let's go to Stack and Scramble. So Stack and Scramble is like the parent company. So it's Stack and Scramble and then Kessel Bar.
Okay.
So Stack and Scramble, like I was on Instagram one day and I saw one of those girls selling strawberries, like the dipped strawberries.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to do something like that, but I'm going to sell sliders to people. So I sold like 30 different sliders to people, and that I did really well with that for like a couple months, and then that kind of dipped. And then, I decided I need to like find a niche and really, find something that people wanted. And I was literally just sitting there one night. I was like, the Kessel Bar.
It just kind of came to you.
The Kessel Bar. Yeah, seriously, yeah. I told my wife, I'm like, really, 2021 years and no one came up with the Kessel Bar yet? I'm a lucky dude.
No, but that's true. I personally think it's a pretty like kind of catchy name, and for someone not to already have come up with that, I think you kind of struck gold on that one. So
yeah, so when I found it and I saw no one had it, I'm like, all right, let's go. Time to go.
cool.
And it just kind of took off from there.
Cool.
Very good.
So, I know that you said you started your business within the last year, which is kind of a twist because most people have been really kind of struggling. So I'm sure you've had your struggles starting the sales.
Yeah.
So would you like to tell us a little bit about your experience about starting a business in the pandemic, basically?
So when I think about that, I think about a quote. It's the best time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. So everyone's running around panicking with their head cut off. I'm sitting there just trying to collect myself and find a way to just stay collected through all this madness. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. I kept my head on my shoulders. I looked at everyone else panicking, and I found a way to, like you said, strike gold. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the pandemic actually helped me. Like everyone stayed in their house, so I just brought food to them.
Yeah.
And I catered to them.
It's funny because I was actually listening to a podcast this morning, and they were talking about the shift in kind of food service, restaurants, and even like the to-go industry because of the pandemic. So something like you, like comfort food, right? Like people just
Exactly.
man, I mean, I'm not even gonna talk about myself right now, but there's pandemic pounds involved in this conversation, brother.
Between both of us, yeah.
So tell me, Eric, you started in the middle of a pandemic. It was something that just came to you. What has been one of the biggest challenges that you faced?
So, are you familiar with Murphy's Law?
Of course.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So that you got to keep that in mind with everything. Like every time I think that I got it all down, something happens.
Yeah.
Right? So there's always going to be a struggle. So I don't think about the struggles. I just think about how to get through them, how to move forward. There's always going to be something.
That's
It's a great mentality to have.
That's good.
And what did you do to kind of overcome those challenges? Like I know that you said it's that you don't really think about it, but what would be some advice that you would give to someone that doesn't really have that kind of mentality? What would you like to say to them?
Reach out to people who you think have that mentality. Just reach out for help. Like don't be afraid to ask for help. Like there's plenty of things I don't know. I'm always asking for help.
That's good, man.
I know plenty of people who know a bunch of things I don't know. So like they say, if you're the dumbest one in the room, like that's a good thing. Like you always want to be able to learn something. So
Absolutely. I think there's
ask for help. If you don't know, ask for help. I promise you there's someone who knows what you don't know.
And I think that a lot of times that also lies in maybe like our insecurities, right? Like we don't want to sound dumb, like you said, or we're like kind of shy, or ego gets in the way. And I think that, when you
For
ask
sure.
questions, man, I mean, I think that you can get some information from people that have been in maybe different trades or different industries that can actually give you some nice advice that applies to your own, right?
And exactly, yeah. Like, don't be afraid to say you're dumb, guys. Like, I'm stupid. Some things I'm very dumb, but in some things I'm very great. Like, I'm excellent at some things, but some things I know nothing about. So, like you guys said, set your ego aside, right, and just learn something new.
Big time, big time. And finally, Eric, what are your goals with your business for 2021?
So in the summer, I want to do a night market.
Nice.
Stack and Scramble night market. So I want to have my own little event. Have you guys heard of the 626 night market?
Yes.
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 Yeah. Kind of inspired by that. So I want to have my own like little South Bay version of that.
Nice.
That sounds good. We'd definitely like to be a part of that. So definitely keep us updated on that for sure.
Oh, let's do it.
Cool. Eric, thank you for your time, man. I always like to hear the energy in people's voices, which you definitely have. Wish you best of luck, and thank you for using us as one of your vendors as well. Eric was actually in the Queso Bar. We're actually part of the Small Business Coalition pop-up event here at Stella Graphics this past weekend, and he sold out, had great turnout, and I really like the energy that he brought to the event. So keep it up, man. I proud of you, even though I just met you, man. I love to see people that just kind of grind the way that you do, bro.
Appreciate it, brother.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Have a good one.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.